Hi guys, Jason from JVA Carpi Adventures, and as the title suggests, this week I'm going to cover my ND2 bait boat a year on. So I'm going to cover all the good bits, all the bad bits and everything in between, so stay tuned and we'll crack on with it. Okay guys, so just before I get on with my 1 year review, there is something I need to let you know. So about a year ago, when I got the bait boat and I wanted to go to France, I wanted to get one of the high capacity batteries. Got in touch with a company called ALTechnologies. They didn't have any of their high capacity batteries in stock. So I messaged the guy and asked him, look, when are these going to be back on stock? I'm going to France soon. I'd really like to get one of your batteries. Messaged me back straight away and kind of said, look, don't worry. I'm going to add one to my inventory now. Put it in your cart and you'll have it next week. Fantastic customer service. Now, since then, I've talked to Alex loads and I've bought other stuff from him. I've bought the 3-amp charger and all that. So me and Alex have now become friends. 1,000 subscriber on, I had my 1,000 subscriber giveaway and Alex has said to me, oh, you know, I could have done a giveaway for you. So this video, apart from being with the review a year on of my ND Bait Boat 2, it is also going to be a massive giveaway. Alex from ALTechnologies has given me a package to give away to one lucky ND2 owner, a 1400 milliamp battery, a 3-amp charger, and something I'll show you later, which is a sort of adapter that allows you to plug it into one of your ND Bait Boat batteries and charge your phone off of it. It's got a USB connection at the other end. It also tells you your exact voltage of your battery, so I will show you that later on guys. So stay tuned throughout this video. I am going to be giving little snippets of what Alex does at ALTechnologies. He has given an absolute fantastic package away to one of my subscribers. It is a subscriber only competition guys, and obviously it's going to be more for the guys that have got an ND2 bait boat. Right, let's crack on. Alright guys, well, as you may or may not know, if you haven't seen my review of the ND2 bait boat, I'm going to put a link in the description below. But I bought it roughly about a year ago, mainly because I was going to be going to France last year for the very first time. I knew I wouldn't be able to cast out to the distances I believed I needed to be, so I needed a bait boat. The one I had wasn't quite up to the job, and I will tell you straight from the off, the ND2 bait boat was a really good choice, but it wasn't without the odd hiccup here or there. That's probably the best way of putting it. So firstly, before I get into it guys, I just want to let you know I really don't have anything but praise for the ND2 bait boat. It is a fantastic bait boat at that price point. And I don't think there's anything better guys, I've got to be honest. It's a really, you know, I put my hard-earned money into it because I think it's a really good boat. So I went off to France, got the bait boat there. I tried it here, loved it, fantastic, everything worked great. Got to France and kind of straight away I had a bit of an issue. Now, first thing I should probably say guys, if you've got an ND2 bait boat, it's really worthwhile subscribing to some or all of the groups that are on Facebook, because a lot of my information and support I've got has been off of these ND2 bait boat groups on Facebook guys, so please look them up if you've got one. It's really worthwhile being subscribed, and you'll find whatever problems you've had, someone else has already had them and probably found the answers to them guys. So that's exactly what I did when I hit France. I'll show you a little clip here. So I got to France, powered everything up, and I had a black screen on my phone. And I was like, huh? And I couldn't get it to connect on the app. So my controller was connected okay, but the app was not. I had a black screen. So there are a number of reasons for this. It can be you haven't got data. Now I had got data obviously because I was using my phone and all the rest of it. And you'll see lots of advice with regards to reloading the app, and in some ways that was the solution for me, but after posting on the forum people had suggested I reload an older version of the app, which I was able to find on my phone, delete the original one, load an older version, sign into it, then bind the bait boat, and then it was alright guys. I didn't have any problems with it binding or anything like that throughout the rest of the trip. Now on that trip I also, and I will show you it later because I'm going to be talking about accessories, I also made myself a Wi-Fi extender for my Deeper. So I was using a tablet as well. And one of the things that gave me a bit of a clue was that the version of the app on the tablet was older than the one I had on my phone, and the tablet connected to the bait boat okay. It was just my phone that didn't. So that kind of gave me a bit of hint that I needed the older version of the firmware as well, guys, or the app I should say, sorry guys. So yeah, so another thing, I have seen quite a lot of people talking about connectivity with the controller and all the rest. It's really worthwhile knowing, guys, that you have to have Bluetooth turned on your phone. So that's quite important. It will communicate with the app and all via Bluetooth, so that's important to know. Also, there kind of is a sequence on powering them up. If you've got one, I'm sure you all know and you're all doing it, but you kind of go controller first, bait boat second, app third. Also, if you want to use, when you get somewhere, you kind of need to have mobile data on so that you can download the maps for when you get there. And that's a truly great feature, guys. I've got to be honest, I use them all the time on my vlogs, where you can pinpoint your spots, and you can either have it as a map that looks like a map, or you can have it as a like satellite image, so a proper, you know, that's the actual picture of the place map. And I think for me and vlogs, that's a really great thing, because it shows people exactly where you're going and all. So that's actually one of the real good pluses of the feature on the app, on how you use it. So that, you know, it really is a good app, and I do use it pretty much every time I'm out, if I'm honest. Pretty much most of the time I'm using the bait, I do like to use the app. Now obviously the thing about that as well, guys, is obviously I like to use my Deeper. So once I've got the map on the app, I then turn mobile data off if I'm using, you know, my phone for that portion of it, so that it won't interfere with the Deeper essentially. So that's also worth noting. Also, guys, sorry, another thing worth noting, if you have the app on your phone but you also have it on a tablet, make sure you only have one of the Bluetooth turned on, because you might be finding, oh, it's not connecting, and it's because the Bluetooth connection is being used by the other device. So that's something else I've fallen foul of as well, guys. So this vlog is just going to give you, you know, my outline of what I've had, good and bad. There's been way more good, if I'm honest, guys. You know, it's funny because you generally only hear about all the bad stuff that's going on, you know, with it and all, but the bait boat is fantastic. I've got to be honest, really love it. It's a great purchase. Really enjoyed using it over the last year, and hence purpose of this video. Right, let's look at, I'm looking at my notes here, guys. Oh yeah, one other thing, guys. Obviously, I've got an Android phone and I bought an Android tablet. I know there have been some issues with regards to the app on iPhones. I can't comment on whether they've been resolved now or not. You know, I bought mine over a year ago, so quite a while ago. But if you do look on those ND bait boat forums or ND2 bait boat forums on Facebook, you will see the most up-to-date information, guys. But I do have to mention it because it's one of the reasons that I was happy with the Android phone I've got, and then buying an Android tablet. What else happened to me in France after I've managed to get it all paired up, all working, all the rest? Well, for the most point, it was going out 150 odd meters, coming back absolutely fine pretty much most of the time. Now, the only thing that did happen to me a couple of times out there, or a few times out there, is one of the doors didn't open. And I don't know why, but even now, it tends to be the left door out of both of the doors, and I think that's probably because I use the right door literally all the time to drop stuff, and the left door I don't. So again, if you look on the forums, they do tell you there's a few things actually. So if you've got a door that is sticking, first and foremost, take the handle off if you've got it on, turn your boat upside down, you'll see both of the hopper doors, there's a screw at either end, guys. Just loosen them about half a turn. Now when I did that in France, it worked brilliantly. I didn't have any other problems with it. So that was my solution when I was in France. Since I've come back, I have had it stick on quite a few occasions, which is really annoying because, you know, you've taken it all the way out there. You press the hopper button, you can hear it click, but you don't know if the door, you know, you can't know the door's open. You can hear the solenoid clicking and you think, oh, that's excellent, bring it all the way back, and then you still got your rig and your bait and all that, and then you're pressing it on the side and then, oh crap, now it has opened and you've just dropped everything right in the margin, right where you are, which isn't good. So it can be a little bit temperamental, and there's a couple of solutions for this. The first thing I did was actually take the door off, so it's only again 2 little screws, it's got little ball bearings on the end. Take the door off and sand it around whatever edge is binding or wherever it is binding. So I have sanded mine down a little bit. Don't take loads off, guys, but take a little bit off and you should be okay. Other people have gone and bought the, I think they're bait pod mods doors. You can buy aftermarket doors, hopper doors from guys, and they are, from what I've seen on the forums, they're really good. I mean, you are paying for them, but they're really good and they work perfectly well. I think they might even have a little slit at the back, so you've got somewhere, if you've got tubing or stuff like that, that it sits quite nice. And that's something else that maybe ND could have done on those doors, to be fair, guys, because like Mousehole, it's tubing or, you know, a safe zone leader, and obviously it doesn't go quite so smooth when you're pushing the door up. Not that there's ever been a problem, I'll be honest, guys, I've never had any problem, but if there was a little slot there, it would just give you somewhere to put it through. But I've not had a problem, so I'm not going to say there is, because there isn't. Now, I never had this happen to me in France, guys, but when I come back, I did have it happen, and that's when the boat isn't, when you're just pushing forward on the remote. And that's another thing worth mentioning, the one-hand remote. Oh guys, it is so good just being able to use the remote with one hand while syncing your line on the other. Another great feature of the boat, really. The one-hand controller is really, really good. Sorry, I'm going to keep digressing all the time, probably popping in and out. When your boat doesn't go straight, you push forward on the remote and it will either veer left or veer right. Now, I probably will put this up on the screen, guys, but I'm going to give you a little link to ND's little video of how they set it up. But essentially, it isn't difficult at all, guys. So I'm just going to read my notes because I wouldn't remember all this. Sorry, guys. So essentially, you want to do a long press of C and D. When you do that, you will get the lights BL and RL light up. So that lets you know you've gone into the trim setting, because that's what that's called, guys. If you use remote control cars and all that, or planes, it's just adjusting the trim. It's not anything wrong with your bait boat at all. You just need to adjust the trim, that's all. So if you find your bait boat is going right, and it might look different on the screen, so I apologise, but if your bait boat's going right, then you want to press that C button until, when you're pressing forward, it goes straight. Once you've got that set up and it is going straight, press the power or light button, so that's that top button on the right hand side, and that will save it for you. Now, if you're going straight and it's going left, then you press that D button until it goes straight. So you don't just press it, you can keep your finger on it until, you know, you're pressing straight, and instead of it going that way, okay, it's now going straight. That's perfect. And then after that, again, press that top button on the right hand side, which is your power and light button. And that's how you get it going straight, guys. I mean, you know, I've seen people on the forums saying, oh, you know, there's something wrong with my boat, it's always going one way or another. And in fact, Sunday, I'm going to hook up with Connor and just sort set his trim up for him. So it's something I've done probably 3 times in the year. So I mean, it's not exactly a lot, you know, 3 times in a year. And I haven't had any problems with the motors or anything like that. It's been absolutely faultless with that sort of stuff, guys. So those are really the main 3 things I can say I've had issues with. Now, I have seen others on the forums. Like I said, I am, you know, joined to them, and there's a few things I've seen. So, firstly, I don't want to get caught up in this, guys, so please don't message me about it and all the rest of it. But I did point out in my review that I wasn't happy with the charger that ND supplied to me at that time, which was a 5 amp charger. They did an about face and then supplied a 2 amp charger, which, if you've been looking on the forums, they've now done a recall on because they've exploded, or they've had some that have exploded. So they've done a recall on them, and unfortunately for the guys now, they've given them like a USB type lead, which is taking a long time to charge. I'm not getting into it, guys. I had enough conversations about this, but I think if they've advertised it with a 3 amp charger, they should give you a 3 amp charger. Now, if you've seen my original review, you'll know that when I went to ALTechnologies and I bought the 1400 milliamp battery, I bought a 3 amp charger because I knew it was the right way to go and I wanted to do what's good for my battery. On that front, guys, sorry, I should also say, when I went to France, one of the things I did buy and use, and I'm going to have to find it and show you it, is a LiPo safe bag. So, you know, we're talking about, you know, the charger's exploding, but it's also, you know, if you, firstly, you shouldn't really be charging the batteries without being present, guys. You know, there's always a risk of fire with lithium batteries, so please, please, always try and charge them safely. So when I'm charging mine, and when I was in France, we had to go to a little hut, which was like literally the other side of the lake, put them on charge there, and then go back to your swim. So you have to have a LiPo safe bag, and obviously they're flame retardant and that sort of stuff. So I will show you it, guys, and I've got to say, it's a good bit of kit. In fact, I'm going to get it. Let me find it now. Hi guys, sorry. So I did think, to be fair, it's probably better if I just go and get mine and then I show you it, guys. So this is a LiPo safe bag, and I will show you that it's got a strong velcro on it. It's really strong actually, guys. And what you can do with these is get your, try and make sure I do it properly for the camera, your ALTechnologies batteries. Now these are the 1400 milliamp batteries. Sorry if it's not in focus, guys, but obviously put them in there, really nice, lock it up, and now that, put it the other way around even, guys, that is safe. Right guys, so in France I would do this, and here I do this. Now the other thing is, I do not charge this without making sure I'm in the same room. Please guys, I advise you to do the same. It's a safer way of doing things. And just to show you the difference, guys, between the two, this is what you can buy from ALTechnologies, and this is what you get with the bait boat. Okay guys, so as far as I can remember, and my memory's not that good nowadays, guys, so I do apologise, but in the last year, the only things I've had a problem with is the app, losing connectivity on the app, or a black screen, or it not being registered, but generally that's all rectified when you reload the app. The door's not opening, which is quite easily rectified, and the trim. And that's literally all I can remember the problems I've had with it in the year. And they're not really problems, guys. They're going to annoy you at the time, but they're not really a problem, and it's just connectivity and stuff like that for most of it, guys. Now, okay guys, so whilst we're talking about known issues, or issues I've had, there are some known issues or things people have had problems with. Now, more often than not, I'm going to say, you know, they're down to user error or lack of user knowledge. So the first thing is, there has been people that have had their bait boat dyno out on the lake, and that's partly maybe because a little bit of lack of understanding. With these LiPo batteries, guys, these are rated at 14.8 volts. Now, when you charge them and charge them properly, by that I mean using something like the ALTechnologies 3 amp charger, they will charge up to probably 16.8 volt. Now, when you get down to about 14.3 volts, you should stop using the bait boat. I'm going to power mine up in a minute and have a look where it is. I'm guessing it's somewhere close to that, but you will find that that's nowhere near the percentage that you think, oh yeah, it should be safe to use. It won't be, guys. One of the clever little things you can have is this. This is a voltmeter that you can put on your ND battery, but it also has a little USB charge socket there. So if you've got power in your ND bait boat batteries but none in your phone, you could always charge your phone off of this, guys. So this is a really handy and very cheap little device on ALTechnologies website. It's going to be coming with your giveaway, guys, but I'm just going to show you the simplest way to use it. So I've got the ALTechnologies battery, and we know maximum voltage it should be is 16.8. This one is registering. So guys, I'm going to hold it up to the camera. as hopefully you can see that it will focus, 16.7 guys. So that battery is virtually fully charged, and that's how easy it is. And then if I needed to charge my phone, I'd just plug it into that. How cool is that? Talking about the charger guys, not that it's going to be any different, a charger is a charger. Not that you'll probably be able to read the information on the back there guys, but this is a 3 amp charger from ALTechnologies. Obviously it'll come with a correct plug on the end, and it's just got one of those sort of old sort of radio leads that goes in one end. So when you're doing these guys, always best to plug your battery in first, and when you turn them on you'll have a red light guys, okay? So as long as you can see that, red light. Now, like I've already said, I'll be putting this in my LipoSafe bag. I'm not going to charge it here. This is my front room, but I just wanted to show you that you do have a red light, and then that will change when it's fully charged. And when I'm charging it, it will go into the lipo bag. Since I've talked about stuff that you might think is negative, which is, I'll be honest with you guys, that's not negative. It's not taking any shine off of how much I love this bait boat at all, because it is a fantastic bait boat. It's so good to use. But let me give you some things that I do like about it, and then I'm going to get on to some of the accessories I've made and bought over the last year, because that aids to my enjoyment of it as well guys. Okay guys, so before I start talking about accessories, I actually just want to do a little walk around of my boat a year on. Now, I have just given it a clean, so please don't think I clean it every time I bring it in and all that sort of thing, because I definitely do not. I have also just taken my JVA Adventure stickers off because they were looking faded, but this is my bait boat, over a year old, and I just thought you might like to have a look at it, because for me it still looks pretty much exactly the same as when I bought it a year ago. And this has had bank life with me for over a year. So, got to be honest guys, that's a good looking boat that is. And it still looks exactly the same as when I bought it. No different. So, let's now get into accessories. Okay guys, so let's get into accessories and have little modifications and that sort of thing. So probably the very first thing I bought as an accessory, so these are things that are not going to come with your bait boat when you first purchase it, is just a simple cover for the controller. I'm going to provide a link below. These are available for Amazon. They're not any money at all. I can't remember how much guys, but your controller is not waterproof. So the boat fully is, but this is not. So it's really worthwhile. Hasn't hindered the use any. You can see the lights through it, press all the buttons easy enough through it, control all the way through it. So this is really what I would class as an essential guys. Also, if you have seen my original review, you will see that I have put weights on to counterbalance. Now, I guess the community is kind of split on this. 50% of people will probably say you shouldn't weigh it down, it will slow the boat down, it's going to make it choppy and all that sort of thing. And 50% like me will say, I'm sorry, but I use the boat at night, I need the lights to be pointing where I'm going, not up in the sky. So I'm sorry guys, I'm not going to get into debate about it, but I don't accept that you should make a bait boat and the lights that are there to show where you're going should be pointing up in the air. That makes no sense to me. So I have put weights on. These are the types that you do get on your wheels when they're setting the tracking up. These have been on for over a year and haven't come off. So those are probably the first two sort of modifications or accessories I've put to the bait boat. The next one is actually for the deeper, and that's actually an arm that ND do sell. I will put a link below because I think it's on Amazon, so I'll put a link again for that below guys. Okay guys, so for those that may not have seen it, I'm just going to show you how easy it is to put the arm on for your sonar. And that's it guys, literally takes 2 seconds. Now, whilst I've got it there, I will show you the one thing that I did wrong, so you guys don't make the same mistakes. And it's when I was picking it up from a bank, I picked it up like that, pulled it up, and I hit that on the bottom of the bank, and it ended up breaking the arm. So I'll show you that. Okay guys, so as you can see, that's where I broke the arm, and I simply used 2 nails that I snipped the heads off and some araldite and fixed it. And I'll be honest, that's held now for probably about 8 months. I did it quite early on, so you know, that was my own stupid fault, nothing to do with ND quality or anything. The quality is good, I just was clumsy basically. So yeah, simple enough repair. Let's move on. Okay guys, so the next thing, which I actually did make before I went to France, as I wanted to use it in France, is actually a Wi-Fi extender. Now, it wasn't particularly difficult to make. Cost me, I think, probably £65. Now, if when I close this, it looks, apart from that, because that's for my bracket, but it looks very like the ND Tackle Wi-Fi extender. It's because I based it totally on their extender guys. So very simple to use. I've got a Vonet's Wi-Fi extender. You plug this in. That's handy, that's at 100%. This connects to a different channel than your regular channel on your sonar. You close this. I've got a bracket that holds that, and I generally use that for the sonar, and then I use my phone for the app. And I tell you, it works fantastic guys. Really, really worthwhile, particularly on big lakes, and really happy I did it. So this is a total waterproof case. That's got a tripod thing, so that will sit on a tripod. You should have this as high as you can guys, probably at least 1.5 meters, and you'll get fantastic reception out of it. Really worthwhile me making that, and that's come in really good use in France. Okay guys, so I think the next thing I made was actually some covers for the hoppers, and the reason is because I love using solid PVA bags. Obviously when it's raining they're going to get wet. If you're going out a big distance, it's not going to help. So I bought myself some sort of smoke perspex, hopefully you can see that. Shaped it to the shape, beveled the edges, and now I've got lovely covers. So they will fit on lovely. As you can see, they fit really well, they work really well. I don't think they cost me £10 to make guys, so I know you can buy them off of, I think it's Bait Boat Pods or Mods, something like that, sorry guys, but I know they do them, they do the doors, they do all the fancy coloured knobs and that sort of things that you can get from. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, I'll find out who they are and put a link below guys, just to make it easy for you. But these work really, really well. Obviously I don't need to use them often. When it's just standard stuff going out, I don't need to use them, but they are really, really handy. Alright guys, I think I'll give you a bit of a side on for the next one. So the next thing I did, essentially it was because I went to Sand Martin Lake, Bluebell Lakes, and I was in like 20 odd foot of water, and I thought, oh, if I really want to get a long zig out there or whatever, not that I don't think you can use bait boats there, I can't remember actually. No, you must be able to. I would have liked to have put a 20-foot zig out there because they were showing on the top, and I wasn't going to cast that. But if I'd had this next thing, which is a zig dropper from Fisheye, I definitely would have used it. Comes with a bracket guys, that just kind of goes on there. It's got Velcro, attaches, and then you simply just slide your zig dropper on. And how that works guys is, quite simply, you load up this spool, you put your zig on there, wrap it around the edge, drop it back in, put your lead onto the door. When the door drops, it just totally unreels it very nicely. It works really well. I have done a little review on it, so if you want to see that, I'll give you the link below. Should probably also put it that way around, shouldn't I guys, really? just so you can read the writing. But there you go guys, a zig dropper for the ND2 bait boat. It is really handy. Now, alright guys, just to let you know, ALTechnologies don't just do bait boat batteries. They have a very good selection of bait boat batteries, but they also do batteries for electric scooters, electric bikes, power packs. They have various lithium ion, lithium phosphate that have literally all different types of batteries there guys. They have chargers, various adapters. If you've got any battery needs, it's really worthwhile going to ALTechnologies. And if you need bespoke batteries, so a battery pack you can't get anywhere else, but you know what sort of configuration it is, what voltage it is, how many cells are in it, that sort of thing, get in touch. I'm quite positive Alex will make you one up. Okay guys, so we've covered some known issues, we've covered some accessories. What else is there? What else do you need to know if you're possibly thinking of buying one of these bait boats? You've seen my review and you want to know, how is it living with it? How's it been for the last year? I'll be honest guys, it's been one of those fantastic bits of kit. You know, from a user point of view, I've had very little problems with it. I've outlined them already, so very little problems with it. Nothing that's not been able to be rectified, half of which is probably my fault. Nothing's broken it at all whatsoever. It's all working exactly the same as when I bought it over a year ago. Really been, obviously I changed the battery, I changed the charger. Other than that, everything's been fantastic. I think the batteries last quite well regardless of what battery you're using. Even the standard battery that comes with it, I found it to do me for a 48-hour at Mouse Hole or anywhere else I've been. No problems, it will last you, it's good. You know, if you're going to stick with the standard battery, it will last you a weekend guys. You should have a problem, but obviously most of us like to go away a little bit longer, so you will need something a little bit better, and that's where ALTechnologies is going to come in guys. But hand on heart guys, I can't think of anything really bad to say about the bait boat. I don't want to. You know, it's my bait boat, I love it. It's helped me get to places that you can't by casting. Like I said, the one-hand controller is a game changer. The hoppers, very rarely I've had one of them not open, but the other one always has, so I've never been stuck on a bank. I'll just switch it to the other hopper and put it out. There literally has been nothing that has stopped me using it when I've wanted to. And I mean, what more do you want from a boat really guys? I like the fact that the hoppers are very large, so you can put your rig out full length without any problem. You can have different bait in either side, you can double up on the bait. You've got a hook attachment at the back. I asked one of the guys recently I know who was putting out like 12-foot legs and all. He doesn't have a zig dropper like I do. I said, well, how are you doing that? He said, oh, I was using the pin at the back, just letting the lead trail. Sorry, it wasn't 12 foot, I think it was about 4 foot or 5 foot or something. He said, oh, how are you doing that? He said, oh, I was just using the lead at the back and just taking it out. The shining points of the bait boat really guys are, it's extremely simple to use. It's got some great functions on the app. I mean, you can store umpteen spots from various different lakes. It's not difficult to do. The only thing, there's things I will say is, first thing I do whenever I go somewhere, I do pull up the app with the mobile data on so I can see a map, because like I said, I like using that on my vlogs to be able to show you guys where I'm going, but also the actual terrain, which is quite nice. I said once I've done that, I'll put the boat in the water and I will calibrate it first. Then once I've done that, I will normally pull it back out, put the deeper on, turn mobile data off and send it out. Now if I'm doing somewhere really far and really with a long distance, then I'll use that Wi-Fi extender I've shown you with the tablet, and that works really well as well. Really pleased with that if I'm honest. Alright guys, so let's talk about really the big point about the ND2 bait boat, and that is the autopilot guys. So I did get this enabled literally straight at the beginning. Like I said, I was going to go France and I was going to need it. Now the autopilot has a number of added benefits. Obviously it will, once you've saved your spots, it will take your boat there. You also save a home spot, press a button, it will return your boat. But also, if you lose connection with your remote, it will return to the last known home point. Now, that's not the same if you go out to a spot with no battery, it's not going to return. So don't think, oh, if I get a low battery, it will return by itself. It won't, guys. Only if you've lost connection, it will return to its home position. So, as I said earlier, make sure you keep an eye on your voltage of your battery. Don't get your boat stuck out in the lake somewhere, guys. That's no fun. So what else is really good about the bait boat? Well, when you've got it weighted correctly, and by that I mean horizontal, the lights are powerful enough to help you see your spots at night when you get close to them. So that is another good point about it, guys. Obviously it's not a lightweight boat, guys, as well. You know, I've got a cheap sub £200 lightweight boat that's got GPS on it, and it's lovely, it's light, battery lasts for ages, it's great to take around anywhere. But it's a total different kettle of fish to this. You know, it doesn't have autopilot, it doesn't have hoppers where you can nicely put your rig in, it doesn't have the load capacity of this, it doesn't have the finesse of this. This is a really, really good bait boat, guys. I thoroughly recommend it to everyone. I also recommend that they go to ALTechnologies and get a good battery, a good charger for it. Deeper sonar arm, I recommend that as well. If you're using that, obviously. And also, guys, sorry, something I didn't mention is they actually do a version of this with the deeper sonar built in. I know they generally don't have stock of it, but they do one. I know people have put aftermarket Ray Marine in there, deeper in there. I'm not going to do anything like that to mine. I'm happy just using the arm. I don't find it any problem whatsoever. It then also means I've got a deeper chirp that I can cast out to places if I need. So, you know, I wouldn't want it full time in the boat, if I'm honest. I mean, I can't really say enough good things about the ND2 bait boat, guys, if I'm honest. I mean, there isn't anything bad to say about it. It's a great bait boat at a really good price with that autopilot feature enabled. You know, or particularly at night when you want to get out to a spot, even more so if it's underneath a tree, you've got no chance of casting to it. You just press a button, takes it out, it'll bleep, then you can look at it. If you're happy with it, drop your bait, hit return. Whilst I've got the bait boat working its own way back, I've got my tip down, I'm sinking the line or putting it back on the rod pod. It just makes it really, really easy. And I'll be honest, I haven't used it for the last few weeks, guys, because I've been wanting to practice my casting. And now I've got it out, cleaned it, I've actually missed it. I mean, that's sad, right? I've actually missed using my boat, but no, it's a really, really good bait boat, guys. I can't really say enough about it. Obviously it's lasted me a year without a single problem, no mechanical issues, no electrical issues, everything's been fine. As you've seen, it kind of looks mostly the same as when I bought it. I do have a good bag for it. I have a medium Sabre bag, bait boat bag, and you would have seen it all in the review, guys. And the only thing about that is you have to take off the handle, but because you've got to take off the handle to unclip the battery or charge the battery, I just take the handle off and leave it off, put it in the boat bag, and it's fantastic. And obviously that's done great to keep it safe in the last year. So, you know, a bait boat bag is one of those things I would thoroughly recommend, guys. You know, it is not cheap. You know, it's not like the RT7, but it's not cheap. And you want to take care of it, and it will take care of you. So I can only say good things about the bait boat, guys. There's loads and loads of reviews on YouTube, and I'll be honest, I haven't really seen any bad reviews of the bait boat. Obviously, before buying it myself, I watched loads of reviews, loads of instructional videos and that sort of thing about it, and it's performed flawlessly for me. Like I said, I've had the odd door that's stuck. It's really just been a handful of times over the last year when one of the doors hasn't opened. I've never lost reception off of it. I've never run the battery down to the point that I've lost control or lost the bait boat out there. I've never got it stuck yet. I've had no dramas with it whatsoever, guys. It's been a fantastic bait boat, and I'll be honest, I'm at Mousehole Lakes next weekend, and I'm definitely using my bait boat. I've missed it now. Now I'm doing this sort of 1 year review, I've realised how much I've missed my bait boat. So yeah, no, that's definitely getting used next week for sure, 100%. Alright guys, so what I know you all want to know is how you can get your hands on that ALTechnologies 1400 milliamp battery for the ND2 bait boat, along with the 3 amp charger and the little voltmeter that also charges your phone. So I'm going to read the rules off guys, because I can't make any mistakes on this, otherwise YouTube will drop the post or whatever, I don't know guys, but they won't allow me to do it. So I'm going to have to read these off guys, because I want to make sure I get it correct. So to enter, and they are all in the description below guys, so to enter, first and foremost you have to be subscribed to JVA Carpi Adventures. So to my YouTube channel you've got to be subscribed guys. Secondly, you've got to write the word ALTechnologies, it's on your screen now, in the comments below of this video guys. So ALTechnologies in the comments below. Now I'll give you the official rules guys. It is free to enter to win. The contest starts at 6:30 PM Greenwich Mean Time on the 19th of April. This free giveaway closes at 10 AM Greenwich Mean Time on the 25th of May guys. So you've got a little over a month to make sure you're subscribed and write ALTechnologies in the comments below. Now, a few other things guys. Participants must have a valid Gmail account to comment on the video for contest entry. Also, I will need you, when I've picked the winner, to edit your original comment. That allows me to verify that it is you. The winner will be chosen randomly with a YouTube comment picker at 11 AM Greenwich Mean Time on the 25th of May, and will be announced on my YouTube channel the same day. If the winner has not followed the rules of the contest, they will be disqualified. The winner must contact me to claim their prize. I will validate you are the account holder with a keyword that must be edited into the winning comment. If the winner does not respond within 1 week, they will be disqualified and a new winner will be chosen. Any information collected will be used for the sole purpose of delivering the prize to the winner. This contest is not sponsored by YouTube. I am solely responsible for the contest and delivering the prize to the winner. Sorry guys, there's always boring bits, and unfortunately this is it of this vlog. There you have it guys, all the rules and regulations. They are in the description like I said below, but essentially all you need to do is be subscribed to my YouTube channel, and please, if you have any friends, get them to subscribe, get them to enter. That's an additional entry for you, isn't it guys? So get them to enter, get them to comment ALTechnologies below, and hopefully on the 25th of May when I make the draw, you'll be lucky enough to win. Alright guys, well again, thank you for watching my video. I hope it's been of some help to some of you, and for any of you that haven't got an ND Bait Boat 2 yet, please go and watch my review or one of the many reviews on YouTube, and hopefully it gives you enough information to help you make an informed choice. But I thoroughly recommend it, I've got to be honest. There's no reason not to recommend it. It's a great bait boat guys. So there you go. Thank you for watching. Please guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. And if you've enjoyed this vlog, please give it the old thumbs up. And if you want to be notified of future posts, hit that bell icon. Now I post every single Friday on YouTube at 6:30 PM now. It's normally a variety of my time on the bank, so a vlog or maybe a review, and occasionally I do bait making tips and stuff like that. Alright guys, so only leaves me to say, stay safe, stay fishing. I'll see you on the next vlog.